Lisa, the Prime Minister announced the overhaul of stage 3 tax cuts today. Here's a little of what the opposition leader Peter Dutton said about an hour ago.
I think he should call an election and put the change position to the Australian people and let them be a judge of his character, whether he's fit to be Prime Minister of this country, whether they could ever trust him again.
Lisa, I don't think the PM's going to call an election, but I'd love your view on what sort of reputational damage this has done to Anthony Albanese. He was on radio as recently as early this week saying there'd be no change, and then he reveals today that they've been working on this plan for months.
Well, if I was a betting woman, I would say there is one question Anthony Albanese is never going to give a straight answer to, and that is, did you lie? Because he avoided that, he danced around it today, and we will not hear a straight answer on that question. But look, the proof is in the pudding. You just, like you said, what is it, nearly 100 times that we've heard him say he back in the tax, stage 3 tax cuts, and yet, no, he changed it completely. So I think this will come down to a battle of messaging. You know, you've got Albanese on one side, where the coalition, rightly so, is saying, look, he's broken an election promise, he's lied to the country, you can't trust him. And on the other side, Albanese will be doing his damnedest to throw the coalition under the bus to say, if you don't back this, then you don't agree with making it easier for low to middle income Australians. So that's the line in the sand that's been drawn, rightly or wrongly. And I think it was great to see Peter Dutton come out today and say, OK, put your money where your mouth is, call an election. Let's play this out. You've got the by-election coming up. That will be a good test. But yeah, if Albanese thinks this is exactly the right thing he needs to do, then call an election, because I can tell you here in Queensland, Labor has to win the regional seats. Now, what's in regional Queensland? Let me think. Resources. So the resource guys aren't exactly backing in Labor at this point in time. And do you think the average person who's working in the mine and earning those good dollars is going to look at this and go, well, there's another reason for us to turn around and change our vote and back in Labor? I don't think so.
Amanda, I mean, when you think about cost of living pressures on all sorts of people, but particularly the lower income earners, yes, they're going to have some more cash in their hand, but that cash is only, I think, going to make up from what they've had to struggle to get to at this point. I mean, electricity and gas bills, petrol, the price of food. So they're behind the 8 ball on what inflation did. So it's really just a catch-up. And for the PM to say, well, this is going to be wonderful for everyone gets a tax cut. Well, that tax cut, Amanda's just going to, and your small business people that you talk to would tell you this, it's just going to get them back somewhere to where they were a year ago.
Yeah, so, I'm all pro tax cuts regardless of what they are, because they help people. But I actually think there's a sinister motive here, because if you're saying to people that the more you earn, the more tax you'll pay, then when you come to small businesses, or someone is studying a degree right now, or someone is saying, you know what, I want to go for promotion, what they're saying is that don't bother. Don't be aspirational, because the more you earn, we'll just tax you anyway. So people will start giving up. And that is dangerous. We need to encourage people to be able to, realise the Australian dream of owning their own home, which means they might, upskill when there's a lot of upskilling opportunities. And same with small business, because this impacts them. So if you're saying to a small business, don't earn any more, just stay there so you get the tax cuts, then they actually won't grow, and they might not be able to advance in any particular way. So I think it's killing hope. And that's what we need to focus on. Yes, he's deceived everyone in the election, but hey, most politicians do, which is why we need to question them. But I do encourage people to go and talk to, or send emails and letters to their federal MP and say, I didn't vote for this, I don't agree with this, what's in it for us, for our small business, or for me, who now I don't get the tax cut that I was promised.
Lisa, talking about reputational damage, sorry, go on.
Sorry, Steve, I was going to say, in all seriousness though, if you're an average family and you're getting an extra, $25 to $35 a week, how much difference is that going to make when you, like you said, go to the grocery store, put the fuel in the car, try to pay your electricity bill? It's a drop in the ocean. If you look at the $15, $20, what's that, a couple of loaves of bread and a couple of cartons of milk for the family for a week?
Well, that's true. I bought 3 coffees today. It cost me $16. I mean, they were large coffees, but since when did 3 coffees cost $16? I mean, people are really doing it hard out there. And again, you know, as we lead up to the Australia Day long weekend, and again, I hope everyone celebrates properly, the petrol prices have gone through the roof because they know, the garages, the petrol retailers know that everyone's going to have to fill up the car if they're going to do a road trip across the Australia Day weekend. Just quickly for both of you, Amanda, what do you do on Australia Day?
Well, I'm an ambassador, so I'll be doing a speech and presenting some awards at Georges River Council.
Lisa?
Look, I'm hoping for a nice, quiet family day tomorrow, which will be quite nice. But look, my decades of being a journo, I have attended many ceremonies over Australia Day, and they are incredible to attend. And the number of tears that flow because they are so proud to become Australian citizens, that's what's really heartwarming about the day.